funny part.
Start getting the ass clapped. Nigga, please trade Tanner Reeves for a 7th-round pick, bro.
Why you want to trade? Why you want to trade Tanner Reeves?
That nigga's just ugly, bro.
Okay, you know what? If it makes you feel any
Put him on the trade block. Put him on the trade block. See what you can get.
If it makes you feel any better, so you know he's not gonna get any play time, we'll put this nigga at defense.
That's worse, bro. Just seeing his name like triggers me, bro. Like, put him at strong safety, like a real one.
He can't play safety. Did you not see the national title game? Hey, your heart for that man. Go be outside linebacker. I don't want to keep OBA inside linebacker.
Just leave him there, bro. Fuck. Really doesn't matter, bro. None of those niggas are gonna play. All right, man, pass the shakes. I'm trying to start the show.
Here, nigga.
Oh shit, I already started the show.
Wow.
Swear to God, I didn't do that on purpose.
Are you
That's
tired
hilarious.
of the same old sports media? Are you
Honor,
tired of hot
entrapment,
takes, arguments, and questions that are just completely off base?
Luckily, we have something for you. Touchdowns and tangents. Of the people, for the people, by people, who care about culture and all concise commentary. Says nigga 87 times while he's playing Madden.
I just gotta master this whole holding the mic, the belly situation we got going on.
Speaking of bellies,
I don't know how you mastered it this past like 2 months.
because I'm a professional. I make it work.
All of a sudden,
It's been that way. I just want to point out my roster is definitely better than yours.
it's definitely not. But
Like,
are you going to introduce the show, Mr. Moderator, or
This is
am I
touchdowns.
just going to sit here and play bad?
I mean, y'all know what it is. This is touchdowns and tangents with myself, Kenneth Berry, and my bloated co-host who wanted. Look at
That's
that.
fucked up.
My overall team
That's
is better
fucked
than
up,
yours.
bro.
My offense better.
That's
My
fucked up,
defense
bro.
better. My overall better.
That's fucked up, bro.
I mean, you are bloated. You didn't go to American Deli today.
That's fucked up.
You ate Del Taco after
That's
washing
fucked
your
up,
clothes.
bro. You've been bloated for 3 years, and I've never once called you bloated on this
That's
show.
a lie.
That's fucked
You're
up.
a goddamn
The
lie.
first 2
We're
weeks,
289
the first two-
episodes in.
The first 2 weeks that you're not bloated, you're just gonna call me out. That's fucked up.
I mean, I
bro.
benched 275 10 times at the gym.
That's really fucked
yesterday.
up, bro. Like there's lines to shit, man.
I mean, you said nigga 87 times while playing Madden.
Allegedly.
No, like you press play.
How the fuck is your
92
overall so high?
Because my shit is fire, bro.
How the fuck is your
Potential,
overall
bro.
so high?
My defense 85.
How the
I let my defense go down just so it could come up.
Because you upgraded both sides of the ball. But
No,
all right.
actually, Dante Hightower's 85. Dion or White is 84, and then Devin Bush is a 77 as a
you
linebacker.
still upgraded both sides of the ball, but it's fine.
I mean, I didn't get a fucking 98 overall. I didn't get Khalil Mack could be a 99 overall on defensive end for you right now, and you got Leonard Williams, and you moved Ndamukong Suh back inside. So who really cheated?
I moved Williams inside too, for the record.
So you moved a Pro Bowl defensive end to D tackle. Yeah, we're playing Madden right now, guys. We're literally in the living room. Touchdowns and tangents. Like this Madden more serious. Like this is a real thing now. Like
I feel like a Twitch streamer.
yeah, we might as well 95 overall just by being on the roster. He got pumped up to 95. And then you got DeMarcus Lawrence. I don't know how. You got two premier edge rushers and said I couldn't get a 90 overall linebacker. I couldn't get Micah Parsons.
You said I couldn't get a 90 overall tight end.
Because you can't. because you have a 99 receiver. I don't have
How the fuck is your overall so high?
because my team is better, dog.
You see
My
how
team is better than yours.
Though? Your
is,
team has a 92 offense and an 85
Your team
defense.
is maxed out.
My team has
your
an
team
88
is. There's
and
nowhere else for your team to go. All your best players are maxed out in their ability. If Devin White gets to a 90 or Devin Bush gets to a 90, Isaiah Simmons gets to a 90, my DBs are already set. I got corners playing strong safety. I'm literally about to just cover 3 you to death in this bitch. Good luck. Good luck throwing deep. Cover 3. Devontae Adams is going to have 2 catches again. And you ain't got no tight ends to get away. I'm going to just drop 7.
Yeah,
every play.
I'm
going to just drop 7. I might drop 8. I might only rush one person.
I'm not even gonna make any more trades. I'm just gonna
You got
run
Jimmy
this
Smith
roster.
as a free safety, bro. That's your only saving grace.
And
Kareem Jackson. I don't even know who that third safety is. Who the fuck is Andrew Adams?
No idea.
No idea. I didn't even know he played at UConn. And UConn always has. Is that all? Did you get Alden Smith, you son of a bitch?
You saw me get Alden Smith.
You drafted Alden Smith?
You saw me get Alden Smith.
You're a bitch.
Oh, yeah, that's who else I traded was Akeem Gaithers.
Oh, so you traded a dude you drafted. At least I drafted a bunch of veterans and then traded them off to get younger talent. And now I have way less cap space. You're going to be over the cap. And Shaq Thompson is pretty much what he already is going to be. And you got Khalil Mack as your best pass rusher.
So should I upgrade him to Darius Leonard is what you're saying?
No, you can't upgrade him to Darius Leonard. That's cheating. I went down in overall.
Did you?
Yes. Jamie Collins to Devin Bush.
You should have kept your overall
85 to
since that's
84.
all you care about.
No, I want to dudes who fit my scheme. Because I don't.
What scheme is that? Because your scheme changed
base
like
4-3
7 times.
Base 4-3
over the course of your drafting.
No, I was like, you know what? I traded Calais Campbell. I'm still hurt about that. But I got Deshaun Watson and I got rid of Kirk Cousins. So my offense works and my defense works.
What's a good number for Shaq Thompson?
54, honestly. 47 is fire. You could have kept him at 9. I mean, you didn't watch him play at. I know you didn't watch him play at Washington. So 7 is great. 7 was actually his number in college. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was. 7 was his number. Davion Taylor was a great pickup. He's really fast. That hairline is garbage, though.
Yo, why you look like Lil Ndamukong?
Bro, why he look like a baby scalp when you mold it? When the doctor like molds their scalp, they press a little bit just to make sure, like, you know, the scalp, like they're not all mush mouthed by the head. Because some babies have to wear helmets and shit, and other babies is like, nah, their scalp is fine. But yeah, so not much happened this week. Aside from our brewing rivalry with this Madden situation. So when it breaks down to it, we're just going to start with the biggest trade of the week. I mean,
Baker fucking Mayfield.
Talk about getting fleeced. Like, talk about walking in and seeing, like, a dude smash a girl, and then you just, like, say, you know what? I'm going to just take glamour shots for her best angles for her OnlyFans. That's pretty much what you just did. Like, that's pretty much what happened with, like, they got a 5th round pick. If Cam Newton plays 70% of the snaps or more, the Browns get a 4th round pick. So let me get this straight. Better fucking change Khalil Mack's number right now.
What do you think I'm doing? Didn't he wear 40-something in college?
He wore 52 and 48 in college, but give him 52, bro. Don't give him 48. Those days are over.
It's a rebirth.
You didn't watch him play against Taylor fucking...
Back at Sam.
You didn't watch him play... Bro, you did not watch him play at Buffalo. You did not watch him play against Ohio State when he abused Tyler Decker, who also won the 1st round. You did not watch him play. So please change his number back. I'll give you this. At least you didn't put Khalil Mack at defensive end, because I for sure would have done that. As soon as I trade for him, I'm putting him at defensive end, and I'm going to just get linebackers to fill in the space. So good for you, I guess.
I know what I'm doing, sir.
I mean, you got a bunch of slow ass smart safeties.
That's fine. I got ball hawks.
You got, yeah, but if they bite, if they miss on a double move, you know it's over, right?
Yeah.
Like if they miss, it's over. Devontae Adams so happens to get hurt while you're playing in season. Bad for you. Joe Hayden's your third corner.
Nah, he's not. He's like my fifth corner.
So Patrick Peterson.
Adjacent. It's more like Kareem Jackson is my nickel.
So you're just gonna put Joe Hayden at free safety?
Joe Hayden's my backup nickel.
So speaking of shitty depth charts, so on the Panthers depth chart, they drafted back Corral, which I guess you could say was a value pick because I think he slipped to like the 4th round. So you got Matt Corral out of Ole Miss. You got Baker Mayfield, number 1 overall pick. You got Sam Darnold, 3rd overall pick that same year. You have Cam Newton, 1st overall pick, greatest QB in the history of the franchise. You have 4 highly former at one point
Wait,
in their career.
Cam Newton's still on the roster? I thought he was a free agent.
Yes. There's 4 guys. There's 4 QBs.
He
in
was
that
a
room.
free agent.
That realistically, he's probably going to come back, but that's 4 guys. The Browns are going to pay $10 million of the almost $15 million. It's like 10.86 or some shit that they're going to pay, and then the Panthers are going to pay about 4.97, practically $5 billion. So you got to ask yourself some tough questions, man. Is this trade worth it?
I don't know. I think the Panthers have been trying to figure out the quarter situation since Cam got hurt. And Baker Mayfield, at least on paper, is kind of a strategic gamble. But it's also a lot like the gamble they made on Sam Darnold last year. So this one happens to be at a lesser price. And since they also have Darnold, you know, the bet is hedged a little bit more. But ultimately, I don't know if either of those guys are really the answer. We'll see. But ultimately, like, in my course of covering the league and watching it and following it, you know, we always kind of see the copycats. And Baker is part of that time in the league when everyone was trying to find the next Russell Wilson. And while Wilson's been really successful, Drew Brees has been very successful. It's still hard to be a sub 6'3" quarterback in the league. You have to be excellent. And Baker Mayfield's been solid. Good. Okay.
Overrated.
But is he excellent? I mean, we've seen him with excellent weapons around him, and he's still been good on his best days. So expecting anything more in Carolina is unrealistic because really, is Carolina better than Cleveland 2 years ago when they went to the playoffs?
And you got you got Christian McCaffrey coming back from injury.
They have guys.
What does that offense even look like?
Talent. They've been having talent. Talent's not the issue. The issue's been coaching and quarterback play.
I just want to know, like, what is that like? You transition McCaffrey out of that full-time running back role and just say, we got 3 wide receivers out here. We got McCaffrey, we got DJ Moore, we got Robbie Anderson. Go that route and just say, hey, we're going to exploit every matchup we can, but we're not going to give Christian McCaffrey the ball 300 times a season because that clearly ain't going to work. For all the crap that Reggie Bush got, Christian McCaffrey deserves double that. Yes, I said it. Because Christian McCaffrey and Reggie Bush are the same player. Minus the elite God level speed and agility.
I don't know about
Christian
that.
McCaffrey was not a better player than Reggie Bush coming out of college.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
But Reggie Bush is not a better player than Christian McCaffrey
on paper
when he wasn't hurt in the NFL.
Yeah, but he didn't get away from New Orleans until his 5th or 6th year in the league. That's not really fair.
Here we go.
McCaffrey was given the keys.
Alvin
out the
Kamara
gate.
is better in New Orleans even when he was a backup.
Alvin
than Reggie
Kamara is an
Bush was.
anomaly.
Here we go.
He is. He was
Copping the play, Your
He was a
Honor.
7th-string running back at Alabama.
Reggie Bush is a grown-ass man. He's one of the greatest college football players ever. He doesn't need you
He was a Pro Bowl running back in the NFL, too.
Feedback for him.
He was a Pro Bowl running back in the NFL, too. And he'd probably tell you, if I got to play...
Dead-ass Dolphins team
if he-
and a dead-ass Lions team.
They made the playoffs one of those years.
I just don't understand because you kind of go back and forth between like, oh, Reggie was a winner, they won the Super Bowl, blah, 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 to like...
He was a drive.
Reggie was a Pro Bowler
X factors on that
a
team.
shitty team. Like, so which one is it? Like,
Bro, you just mad
he's either a
for
great,
200
he's
yards
either
against the
a
Raiders.
great individual player.
He was a
and
good
Pro
player
Bowler,
who wasn't a...
and a Pro Bowler
Okay.
on sorry teams,
Let me ask you a question.
or he's a good contributor on a great team. Like,
Because
that's where
Sam
his
Darnold
niche
still
is.
thinks he's a good player in the NFL, but he never was a good player in the NFL. That confuses me. I just need to know this. Would Zach Thomas still be a Hall of Famer in today's NFL?
Probably not playing 2 downs.
Okay, then. So you're saying his style of play wouldn't have worked?
I'm saying
He couldn't be a Darius Leonard type player?
nah, because he's not as fast or agile. He's bigger. I mean,
So you're saying he padded stats by being in a 4-3? Because Brian Urlacher said he's a Hall of Famer.
who, Zach Thomas?
Yes, Brian
Yeah,
Urlacher
Zach
said
Thomas
he should be
is
in
definitely
the
a
Hall of
Famer.
Yeah, but that's my thing. There are guys who we know were great in the era they played in, and then other guys who were good, but they weren't really like Warren Sapp when he talked about Randy Moss and the Raiders. No, let me finish. He talked about Randy Moss and the Raiders, and he said Randy wasn't the problem. Kerry Collins wouldn't throw him the ball when he would put his hands up and he's open. He said he's not open. I'm not going to throw it to him. Warren said, dog, what's the worst that's going to happen? It's going to be incomplete. It's going to be over his head, or he's going to fucking catch it. Because that's what he does. You really out here signing washed-up Notre Dame players in Madden. Disgraceful.
I didn't sign anybody. But
You're
go
probably
ahead.
going to sign
Keep-
Deshaun.
No, I'm not. I don't
Gonna
even
sign,
need receivers.
you're gonna sign.
I don't micromanage my roster like you do.
I didn't micromanage my roster. I fine-tuned it.
You
I fine-tuned it
micromanage
with
your
veteran
roster.
leadership where it needed some veteran leadership. Right the ship. Sometimes it's okay to pay a veteran $2 million to be a backup. You see, you signed Marquise Lee. That's sick. But yeah,
That was just out of love.
I guess. But yeah, like when you really think about it, bro, some of these guys who played and were stars, because of how wide open things are now, they would get kicked out the door.
But so there's two sides of that coin, though.
Reggie
too.
was
Because-
before his time.
Because if you put Zach Thomas in like even
New England?
earlier NFL, he's probably even better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And now I still think he could play. Like I still think he'd be in the league. He just need to have different kind of players around him.
He'd be in a 3-4. Just say that. That's the nice way of saying it.
I don't even know if he. I mean, he was already kind of in a 3-4.
No, he was in a 4-3 most of his time with Miami. And then they switched
Nah,
to
they
a
did
3-4,
both.
and that's what kind
They
of
did both.
fucked off.
They did both because Taylor did both. So
Yeah, but Taylor
kinda-
was better as a 4-3. He just was so great that he made it work.
exactly, and
Now towards the end of his career.
exactly, and honestly, I mean that Dolphins. I mean the Dolphins have always found defensive players, and that era specifically. I mean they were kind of stacked across the board, so it's not really surprising that Thomas found a lot of success. He'd have to find a similar situation like that out here. But I think if you can put him around a couple of outside linebackers who can make up for his limitations in size and athleticism, you know, Thomas can make up for their lack in awareness and run fits.
So you'd have to run a 3-4.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
How many dudes right now playing 3-4s right now are building Hall of Fame careers?
Wait, what's the question?
How many dudes currently right now in the league who are 3-4 linebackers who we know can't play in a 4-3 are building Hall of Fame careers.
How many?
Is C.J. Mosley building a Hall of Fame career?
No, he's not.
But
C.J. Mosley's more athletic than Zach Thomas.
Yeah, but he also got injured too, so
he's not the same kind of tackler either. I'd say, maybe like Hightower, but he's not a Hall of Famer.
Hightower's done a lot,
but he's done a lot.
He's highly underrated.
Yeah, he's found a.
That's why he's 85 in Madden.
So I think that's the floor for a guy like Zach Thomas in today's NFL.
Okay, so what you're saying is when you look at the Panthers...
Dog, you were just standing for Devin Bush like 20 minutes ago. So
I am, as an outside linebacker. In college, I was like, he misses too many tackles. He's a guy who should just be cleaning people up. You shouldn't have him as the middle of your defense. He should just be cleaning people up and running people down. I got like Deion Jones... true middle linebacker. Devin White, true middle linebacker. I don't want him as an outside linebacker.
He can play outside linebacker.
He can, but if you're running a 3-4 and you have Levante David, just have Levante David do what Levante David does. And then you got Devin White who can grow next to a Hall of Fame player. Like, Levante David's like the last of a dying breed. If we're really being honest about it. Like, like, he's the one dude, and he's actually hyper athletic. He damn near, some people said he ran a 4-4 back in the day. But if you're going to break it down, that's why I say a guy like Christian McCaffrey, I don't see him taking too many more hits on his legs, and I think he transitioned full-time to receiver.
Even though you were just begging for him like 2 years ago, but it's fine. I
mean, if that O-line don't improve, bro, they have to consider like, yo, we're paying you all this money. We already know you can be a receiver. We'll run the ball with you. You may get 700 yards a year, but we're going to have to examine the way we use you. Because, let's say, had that trade to San Francisco went down, like I thought it should have went down, if you still have Debo there, and then you get McCaffrey, or you trade Debo for McCaffrey's going to do everything Debo doesn't want to do. He'll run the ball, and you can throw it to him. So then it's like, if you're the Niners, we can focus on getting a receiver. Maybe we make a trade in the draft and get a big-time receiver. Maybe we go after somebody in free agency, or maybe we put all our chips, but I think they're going to find a way to pay Debo, but that would have been the perfect trade-up. Like, okay, we'll give you McCaffrey, you give us Debo, we still got to pay him, and then you can take fucking Sam Darnold with you. And we'll take, like, a 4th-round pick. You really signed David Sharp with a bunch of Raiders washouts. It's funny. But
says the dude with Tanner Muse on his roster.
I like speed with my backup linebackers. Get on special teams and don't get hawked. Hawk somebody down. That's the point. I don't like if I could develop somebody who's really athletic, well, I don't want somebody who's slow and can't get there. Now, there's a place for dudes who aren't the best athletes but are functional football players. You can't win without functional football players. But you need athletes to win in today's league. So, yeah, that's what I go for.
All right, other news of the week that we got to talk about.
So, let's talk about it. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Shit, I lost my place. All right, so the Las Vegas Raiders hired Sandra Douglas Morgan as the first black female president in NFL history.
Why you didn't sign one of these dudes?
Nah, I already got D tackles, bro. You see my roster. My backups are filthy and versatile. That's what I like. I want backup defensive linemen where you can't differentiate where I'm going to put them. I could pull up in a 3-4, and you're like, wait, I thought that dude plays linebacker. Nope, he can play everywhere. And honestly, if it was up to me, the Raiders would have taken.
I like this dude. I wish the Raiders didn't cut him.
Yeah, Trayvon Hester was dope. It's a lot of good D tackles that they just cut. Didn't really develop them. But yeah, if it was up to me, I'm the Raiders when this dude was available, when he came out of college. I would have taken Pernell McPhee, and he would have been my Huckleberry. I'd be like, you're going to play some 3 technique. You're going to play some defensive end. We're going to move you around. You're going to be what Clelin Ferrell never turned out to be.
Yeah, somebody, it was only 30, bro. That's wild.
Yeah, I think he went to Narbonne, if I'm not mistaken. Out of Idaho.
Yeah, Idaho? That's wild.
He's definitely an LA cat. He's local. Either Inglewood or Narbonne. I forget which one. But yeah, she
Isn't that like a beefable offense to mix those up?
Technically. Sometimes. But yeah, so she's been city attorney on the gaming control board. This is like the ultimate diversity move of the 21st era.
I disagree.
I mean, this is pretty big. She's a black woman in charge. She's a black woman who's the team president of the Las Vegas Raiders, which is a global brand. And she's been doing her thing in...
I wish this dude would have made it.
Yeah, Stephon Anthony should have made it out of Clemson, but got hurt.
This dude is just trash.
Yeah, Reggie Ragland. Marcus Allen, I think, is back on the Steelers. Bro, like, Penn State just produces stupid good athletes who are stuck in between linebacker and safety. It's crazy. But, yeah, so, this woman, Morgan, I said Sandra Douglas Morgan, right? Yeah, I hope I didn't not say her middle name.
I don't know. Just when you said diversity hire, it just sounded kind of like negative.
Well, when you're the first black person at a job, it's kind of usually a bad sign. You're the first one. They didn't want to hire anybody else.
Yeah, but I think to your point, she was on the gambling committee. She was on the Super Bowl committee. She's been in and around Las Vegas sports. So she got the job for a reason. And it just so happens to be at the perfect time. The Raiders had a mass exodus of financial people last year. They had their president who replaced the president from last year. He stepped down, or he was asked to relinquish his duties, and then something else happened. So they've been going through it. They've had some guys kind of turn over there. But ultimately, they got it right. Like, they made a good hire. It also happens to be a win for diversity. And it also continues to build on the traditions of the Raiders, which is bringing people into the fold and committing to community.
Giving talented black
excellence.
people a chance to thrive. That's the press release.
And not just that.
Come to the Las Vegas Raiders. When you're black and you're on the Las Vegas Raiders, we're going to give you a fair shot.
And not just that, but it's something...
I honestly every time I see diversity, I only see white women getting promoted. And I'm sorry, but white women aren't minorities. They're just not. When you participated in the slave trade, you don't get to rebrand yourself as a minority. I hate to break that to y'all. There's books on it. White women owned hella slaves. So, yeah. When you factor in how big this is, you have a former player who's respected in the league, former All-Pro, fullback, H-back, Marcel Reese, who's high up in the Raiders organization.
Oh, there's so many damn corners, bro.
Because there's a logjam of receivers, and there's always going to be too many corners, and there's always going to be too many receivers. That's just how it goes. But yeah, you just got to really factor in that I mean, you see these organizations talking about diversity and talking about how they can make things better and that they want to be a part of change. Well, sorry, part of change is just not having white people in charge at every level.
And
Like, for real, like, no, you need less white people here.
And the point
when
that
you have too many white people together, shit always goes bad.
And the point
look what happened in Chicago. Not Chicago. I'm sorry. Fucking Highland Park, Illinois.
And that's the point that I was trying to make earlier too, is that like it's still so new. So it's like you have the tradition to fall on that you're building on, but it's also something that's new enough that you can make it your own. And I think that's where people of color don't always get the opportunity. Like on the axis of tradition and structure and new and innovative, it's like we don't get either. We usually just end up in the third quadrant somewhere between like they were cheap and available.
And Al Davis, or not Al Davis, Mark Davis fired Dan Ventrell. He didn't provide a reason for why he got terminated, though. The former team president. He said from the moment I met Sandra, I knew she was a force to be reckoned with. And that's what I'm saying. Like, when you see somebody...
And that's what I'm saying, is she's been around sports, so it wasn't just like, oh, hey, I need a minority candidate to hire for my president spot because we've been going through shit and we probably got some underwater shit that's going to be coming up soon. Nah, this is someone who he had already been acquainted with, connected with, probably knew just from her overall presence in the Vegas sports scene.
And Pete, what if we just the embodiment of this podcast and all the people who we had on who have now started their own podcast and are doing their own thing. What have we always preached? If it doesn't exist, create the thing that you don't see.
Yeah.
And then invite people to it. That's how you create opportunities. Yes, it's hard. Trust me, it's hard. Pause. Like, no, it's hard to like create a whole thing. It's hard to create something from nothing and then share that with people so they can enhance themselves. And then in turn, you get something back because they gave you a piece of them. Don't you fucking sign Earl Thomas, you son of a bitch.
He's a 12, bro.
I'm about to say, but if he wasn't a 12, he was an 86, you would have signed him.
Which is funny because, he was a member of the 12.
And he tried to 86 somebody.
Allegedly?
Allegedly. Damn, that was a bar. I wasn't even trying to do that. We're signing the all 2014-15 team, bro. Talk about me. You're signing cats. I'm like, I wouldn't even look at them on my practice squad. I would just sign somebody old and just stash them. Like, for real, for real. Shit, let me find out. It's
preseason, dog. I'm trying to get dudes reps.
I'm trying to get my backups ready. I'd rather have my backups balling out. Good Lord. But yeah, so, I'm really happy about that because if you look at the one thing that I think Mark Davis does not get a credit enough for, because that haircut is hard to overcome. But the one he does not get enough credit for is being an extension in the line of his father's legacy. Vegas move took balls. Yeah, the groom thing was a bad idea. We all knew it was a bad. I definitely was a bad idea. A lot of y'all out here thinking that shit was a good idea. I don't know what you were smoking, but let me hit your connect one time. Trent Williams is. Oh yeah, we'll get to that later. But yeah, it just amazes me. By the way, Taylor Lewan hates Madden.
I don't blame him. They
gave him an 82, 83, bro.
They don't.
They
clearly don't value players in the front seven.
And they don't value run blocking.
It's not even just run blocking. It's
Like they should take away some of these criteria for block. Like it's run blocking and pass blocking, and then you just do it like college football, the college football games. How good of a pass blocker are they? How good of a run blocker? This zone blocking shit is stupid. Like are they good in the zone? Are they good in power? Nah, bro. Like if you're good enough, you're good. Like Trent Williams, like the elites are elite in any system.
Yeah, but that's the elites. Not everyone is that.
Everybody else is okay. That's fine. Then you're like
some people need to find their product market fit.
Okay, then you're a great run blocker in any scheme, but in other schemes, you're not a good pass blocker. You feel what I'm saying? Like, in some
it just doesn't add up.
No, in some no thing. Cody Whitehair was a guard in college. I think he plays center now. Like there's James Daniels was the center, and finally got pushed to guard. So what I'm saying is, like Quentin Nelson played all 5 positions at Notre Dame. I think Zach Martin too. That's crazy. 2 dudes out of the same school. But yeah, you factor in, you know, all the stuff that's going on, and shit, I kind of lost my place. We were talking about the Davis situation. When you factor in everything that's been going on with Mark Davis, man, you gotta give him his props. You gotta give the man a round of applause. He learned from his mistake regarding John Gruden, and everything he's done since then has been dope. And I respect that. I respect that from him. I respect that he's made it a point to make things better, to put decision-making in the hands of someone that's not him. And that's all you can really ask for sometimes, man. Like, you really stop looking at my right tackle, bro.
Well, I think the biggest thing is he did what he was supposed to do, right?
He got
priority one.
Competent people to do the job.
Priority one was getting a stadium, which has been a 30-year odyssey.
High Libby Shaft, high City of Oakland.
Right, so that was the first check box. Second box was
got them
winning.
To pay for it.
Was winning to make that move successful, which that was null and void because it didn't work out. The moves he made didn't work out. That's fine. But then priority number 3 was always modernizing the organization, getting the facility beyond the facilities, getting the office and administration and structures and processes out of the 90s and into the fold. So because the winning didn't work out, now that third thing is a priority. But hopefully getting the back end right will result in the product on the field being better. To your point, he's enlisting other people to make sure that happens because he already tried to do it fast by getting guys that he knew, guys he believed in, and it didn't work out. So
now you get somebody who's into the future.
Exactly, and well, you got the Patriots return to the present, and now you're getting the black woman, which is the future. So there you have it.
I think Josh McDaniels has learned, but mostly I think they just need offensive structure. All the teams that win Super Bowls have offensive structure. Think about it. Chiefs, Patriots, when Brady was there. Even the teams that lost the Super Bowl had offensive structure at quarterback. So you got to ask yourself, like, yo, holy shit, that actually worked.
Are you mad though, bro?
I mean, you got.
I just couldn't decide which right tackle I wanted to get.
I know. I was like, why are you looking at my right tackle, bitch? Because I'm gonna go get somebody better if you trade for my guy.
I almost went Coughlin or McGlinchey, but then I decided to go Moan.
Honestly, like I could see myself trading my center.
Truth was because
he's like an 80, but I could see myself trading him.
Yeah, I need to figure out a contingency plan for Wayne Brown.
'Cause at this point, you should just put him at guard. Yeah. So, yeah, the Raiders making smart choices. That's excellent. Some NFL news. The Bears wide receiver, former Seattle Seahawks, David Moore, got arrested on drugs and weapons charges in Texas. Yeah, but it's like related to something that happened in 2018, which is kind of crazy. The fact that he's just now getting hit with this.
He fell off pretty hard too, though.
And then the Bears already had Byron Pringle. He was arrested for reckless driving on a suspended license. And linebacker Matt Adams was arrested on a misdemeanor gun charge. It's not looking great for Chicago right now. The Bears, that is. Like, y'all gonna stop picking on Chicago in the media, for real, for real. Like, y'all gotta cut that shit out. For real. That mass shooter was a white dude who killed a bunch of white people. And the first thing the media said was Chicago, even though it wasn't Chicago. Still have draft picks. Like, were the Rams that devoid of draft picks?
Yes. And you also traded them for Trayvon Walker and Malik Willis.
Hey, man, at least my cap number is low.
That's $71 million in cap space.
I have like 86 million. All I'm saying is, you really think you're gonna get Dwayne Brown for Cole Miller straight up?
Okay, says the don't get me started on the deals you were
I
trying
almost
to
had Derwin James. I just didn't give him 90 overall to do it. And honestly, that was smart because that was the Steelers. Why would I fucking do that? Why would I give them a 90 overall D tackle for Derwin James? Because I would have put Derwin James at middle linebacker and just made your day miserable. Just want you to
now
know.
when I get Orlando Brown.
I mean, Orlando Brown can if you want, but I don't know. Yeah.
All right, so we moved to college football?
Nah, it's like two more things. So the Ravens signed Justin Houston to a 1-year deal. Wait, you had to give him a 3rd-round pick? Wow. Okay. All right.
I already leveraged my whole future, so might as well get a left tackle that could grow into the role.
Oh, that's a good point. Oh, boy. All right. So, let's see. Actually, that's honestly it. We can go straight to college football now. Yeah, man. So, again, I told y'all I was right about the PC3 and the Pac-12 falling apart at the fucking seams because USC was the only thing holding it together. Man, again, really didn't get enough of my flowers with that one. It's okay. So, Hawaii Governor David Ige, I think that Ige, I totally probably butchered that last name. I apologize. He signed off on a $400 million budget and legislation funds to build a new stadium district. So they're going to knock down the old Aloha Stadium in early 2023. Kind of makes me sad, but it is what it is.
That's where they had the Pro Bowl, right?
Yep. There's talk of like, there's literal talk of Hawaii might possibly join CC.
Ugh. Which way would they fly?
Honestly, the Hawaii rule is if you play them, you get an extra game on your schedule. So, I guess that's free money. That's what I'm saying, man. The Pac-12 should have adopted Hawaii. It would have kept all that Polynesian talent on the West Coast. You wouldn't see Tua at Alabama. You would see Tua or somebody like that at Hawaii. Hawaii has 5-star recruits on that island. I hope y'all understand that. There's 5-star talent on Hawaii. Like, it's not like when you play NCAA football and there's like 2 or 3 guys. No, there's always talent coming out of Hawaii. So it's like that's why cats go there out of JUCOs. Like, Hawaii is a hotbed. Like, it's a place that wants to be successful, and you can be successful there. I just want to point out, for the sheer fact of they're serious about building a stadium. All they need is the right conference to pick them up and say, we're going to help you along. We're going to help you along. We're going to plug you into our system with the resources and money that we have. Yeah, you might win 6 or 7 games the first couple of years, but we're going to put you in a situation to where all you need is that 1 year to pop. And then you're going to get in a big bowl game, and let's say you win 10 or 11 games. Now you're a modern-day winner. You may not make the playoffs, but you win 10, 12 games in this era, people will get more recruits will want to stay home. And that's like people are fighting for regional recruits. They don't understand. California recruits, it's not enough to just show up. They can go anywhere they want. They can get an NIL bag on the other side of the country. They may never play there, but they can get an NIL bag. They'll go to Bama, be a fucking preferred walk-on, collect some rings, go to like Sacramento State as a transfer, ball out, and then even if they don't make it to the NFL, at least it worked out for them. And I don't like schools need to realize that, especially with young people. You're trading for Gardner Minshew.
I need a backup quarterback with
That's
some speed.
disgusting, bro. Disgusting. But yeah, so Texas running back Keelan Robinson's Alabama title rings from the 2020 season were pawned. He, wow. It's kind of shocked that he's the one who did it. Actually, no. He said his championship ring from that season found its way to the gold and silver pawn shop in Las Vegas, which has been made famous by the show Pawn Stars. The ring went for $60,000, and it includes the SEC championship ring and a ring from Alabama's curb stomping of Notre Dame.
Had to throw that one in.
They were pawned by a person on the show named John, who said that he got the rings from his uncle. John sold the rings for $40K after originally asking for $53,000. So it's unclear if that person even has a relationship with Robinson, if he even okayed that. Robinson played at Alabama in 2019 and then sat out the 2020 season because of COVID, but still got his ring when the Crimson Tide won the championship, and he transferred to Texas last year. Student athletes were able to sell memorabilia last year because of NIL. Bama got the number 1 JUCO prospect. Miami got the number 1 23 offensive tackle at IMG Academy. Georgia got another number 1 tight end prospect, but I mean, doesn't really matter. Georgia's always getting 5-star tight ends and they end up transferring. So the biggest news, though, is that the Big 12 is eyeing a bunch of Pac-12 teams. And there's rumors that, like, because the Pac-12, they're negotiating its media rights deal. USC and UCLA are going to be gone. So the problem is, let's say Notre Dame wants to join the Big Ten. They say, screw it. We can just play USC. It won't count as a game against our schedule because it'll be a rivalry game. We can do what we got to do. Now you got to ask yourself, well, we try to get Oregon and Washington. And USC and UCLA are probably like, hell no, you can't fucking go get those schools. This is a package deal. You're getting us. You don't need Oregon. Big 12 is like, we'll take Oregon, Arizona State, Washington, Arizona. Maybe not Arizona. Definitely Arizona State, Oregon, Utah. Like, the Big 12 could clean up. They could straight clean up Pac-12. The Pac-12 could just die as a conference. All because they didn't absorb the Mountain West like they should have and become the PC3. Like I've been telling y'all for 5 fucking years. Tell them they were wrong. Tell them I was right, please.
Y'all were wrong and Kenny was right.
Thank you. I mean, I don't know how much wronger they want to be because now they have no leverage. The Pac-12 is fighting for their life just to exist. You really put Sammy Watkins as your third receiver out of respect. I respect that because he's like what Percy Harvard should have been as a receiver.
I wouldn't say that.
At Clemson, that last year at Clemson, not in the league, Percy Harvin was a better player than Percy Harvin was a better pro than Sammy Watkins. That's fair to say.
I mean, Sammy Watkins had 2,000-yard seasons and played in 3 Super Bowls. So it's not like his career is ass.
And Percy Harvin had a touchdown return for. He had a kick return for a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Sammy has a ring.
Yeah, but Percy Harvin did more on his team to get the ring than Sammy did, if I'm being honest. You return a kickoff for a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but that's not
like the third quarter, I think.
He was always a decoy and or always hurt. So
man, you got to just admit that like Sammy Watkins underachieved.
Did he though?
For being drafted 4th overall, he underachieved.
Yeah, but when you think about, I don't know, the whole 2013 NFL draft, or I don't know, all the top 5 pick quarterbacks that just changed hands, like, did he really underperform?
He kind of underperformed.
Because that 2013 draft was ass.
Incredibly.
2017 was kind of ass. 2015 was kind of ass.
Yeah, but
that 14 class was actually good.
Oh, yeah, Diddy said he's going to donate $1 million to Jackson State.
And Sammy Watkins also did do better than Kevin White. So
that's not fair. Kevin White shattered his fucking leg and never recovered. So it says the Pac-12 won't quit on expansion. That's hilarious. Your only option is absorbing the Mountain West, dude. Pac-West. You just got to call yourself the Pac-West Conference. PWC. I'm giving these motherfuckers $1 million ideas, and I feel like it's in the ether. They just won't do it. People say the money doesn't work. It's like, no, you just don't want to make the sacrifice to take more on the back end. You got to take less up front. I'm sorry. You fucked this one up, Pac-12. You fucked this one up bad. So because of how bad you fuck things up, you know what you have to do, Pac-12? Got to bite the bullet. I don't know if you might have to lower your academic standards, or you might just say, okay, Stanford and Cal are at the top of our academic standards, but we will let other schools in, and they will eventually get their academic standards up, like a Boise State, like a San Diego State, like a San Jose State. But there's going to pretty soon, some of these teams might go to the ACC or the American Coast Conference, but the Big 12 is playing for keeps. And if Oregon can become a free agent and they say, you know what, the American Coast Conference or the American Athletic Conference, you're going to snatch up all these Pac-12 schools, or the Mountain West is like, hey, Pac-12, super conference. It's best for both of our survival if we do this. Like that's the only thing. That's the only major move left. Because if I see Hawaii playing the ACC, I'm gonna just give up and not watch college football no more. The fuck I want to see Hawaii versus Clemson every year. And then the SEC is trying to poach Clemson in North Carolina. So there's going to be a bunch of schools. There's going to be 4 regional conferences. ACC, SEC, Big 12, Big 10. And nobody else is going to matter. Pac-12 won't exist because they're too stubborn to combine with the Mountain West. The American Athletic Conference is going to be all the schools that are just outside. So it's like, what are you going to do? Yeah, man. It kind of just amazes me. It truly kind of amazes me what they're doing. Like I couldn't. They better come up with something, and it better be good, or else they're gonna lose their whole conference. Yeah, that's pretty much it for college football.
All right. So I guess we can move to finding my cell phone.
Take a tangent.
Well,
Actually, no, touchdown or turnover. 'Cause I got two things. Okay, touchdown or turnover. Brett Favre says Devontae Adams isn't gonna, respectfully, with all due respect, Devontae Adams' numbers or production will suffer playing with Derek Carr because Derek Carr is just not on the level of Aaron Rodgers.
I'm gonna say that's a turnover for sure. Because, yeah, obviously Derek Carr is not Aaron Rodgers, but also Aaron Rodgers isn't the only reason why Devontae Adams has been the top receiver for the past handful of years. Like, we've been sliding Devontae Adams for a minute, really since he came into the league.
I haven't. I've been a fan since he was at Fresno State.
Yeah,
he should have been a
too.
first-team All-American. I think he was like second or third team.
But that's what I'm saying is he's been slided, so now it's like the perception is, well, he's a Rodgers-made project, but he's not Randall Cobb, bro. He's not Jordy Nelson. Devontae Adams, as you mentioned, has been a brand name since college. He's been a problem since college. The fact that he went in the second round really wasn't anything to do with his talent. Just, again, that draft class, the 2014 class, was stacked with receivers, and it was just kind of a take-your-pick sort of system situation, and he just happened to fall into the Packers' lap and be a perfect spot.
Well, have you seen Aaron Rodgers' tattoo?
Yeah, that was stupid. I don't get it. Seems kind of Aaron Rodgers-y.
It's like a book, the sunset, ocean, glow. It's like, bro, I hope you didn't get this on like some random white supremacist website that you don't know is a white supremacist website. I hope like a white dude didn't tell you to get that tattoo.
I got one for you. Birmingham Stallions win the inaugural USF championship. Touchdown or turnover?
Your boy Scooby Wright had a pick six at the end of the game, and then the other team still almost came back, but it was good. Victor Bowles won MVP. Salute to him, former Oregon State standout.
Yeah, I wanted Scooby Wright to be the same, but it never happened.
Yeah, he ran a 4.9. That's why it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that, I knew it was going to happen.
I was like, you can't just blitz up the A gap every time, dude. You're not an edge rusher either. But good for him, And cats are out there crying, so, All right. To touchdown or...
Take or tangent.
There we go.
Dumbass.
Shut up.
Hold on. Let's see, can I find it?
So the NFL wants to have flag football in the Olympics.
Say that's a touchdown. Why not? You want to globalize the game. There's never enough football, and the Olympics needs some sort of energy. They've been trying to bring more American sports into the fold, like softball, skateboarding, etc., just because they want those big TV dollars. So stop playing it. If you can't beat them, join them. So I think flag football in the Olympics makes a lot of sense. It's something that it's an easy way spread the game without having the high costs, big rosters, as much injury risk. So, yeah, I'm all for it. Love it.
Bro, all the cats who didn't make it in college who were like 7-on-7 fucking gods are going to be out there taking ankles.
Facts.
All the cats who like they're track stars, oh my God. Wheel routes all day.
But then
mesh routes. And there's no pass rush?
Would that bring a 3-on-3 into the Olympics then? Bring 3-on-3 NBA into basketball into the fold.
I mean, they do it with women's basketball.
That's what I'm saying. That's a different game than 5-on-5.
Nah, with dudes, you don't really need 3-on-3 dudes.
Why?
Because they're gonna want to.
It's literally a big 3.
Dudes are gonna want to push it to 5. Then they're gonna run full.
But it's different. A 3-on-3 half court game is different than a 5-on-5 full court game.
Yes, but ain't no NBA players gonna be in it. That'd be stupid.
Yeah, but you're
gonna have a bunch of college and G League guys.
No, you get some street league hoopers in there.
Yeah,
some
but
foreign people, you just.
But that's what I'm
grab
saying.
boards or just hit threes, like.
But that's what I'm saying. If I'm an NBA player, I don't want no part of that shit.
That's fine. Yeah, it doesn't have to be for NBA players.
Paul George almost had his career ruined because of the Olympics.
NBA players can play in the 5-on-5 if they want. If they don't, that's fine too. But whatever. I think 3-on-3 is just another way to spread the game of basketball. Just like 7-on-7 is another easy way to spread the game of football.
Well, we'll see. I got another one. So according to Adam Schefter, Daniel Snyder offered to testify via video to the House Oversight Committee in July.
Yeah, so I mean, I think we talked about it the past couple of weeks. It's been going back and forth. Will he testify? Will he not? He won't. He says that he didn't say he won't. Like, it's just been a back and forth conversation. So I think it was only a matter of time. All this back and forth was just kind of stalling, and now we'll finally figure out the truth. Hopefully.
I got one last one.
Or he'll just go up there and look stupid and just plead the fifth and not say anything.
True. I got one last one for me. Trent Williams is officially in the 99 overall club in Madden and is the only offensive lineman in Madden history apparently to be a 99 overall.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Which I'm pretty sure Jonathan Ogden
That's
was
disrespectful as fuck.
I'm pretty sure Jonathan Ogden was a 99 overall.
Joe Staley's in the 99?
Joe Staley was definitely not a 90. He was like a 94, 6, 2.
Tyrone Smith should have been a 99 like 3 years ago.
I think he was in early Madden, but I'm pretty sure for sure that fucking Orlando Pace was a 99 overall. I like this new age.
Orlando Pace is definitely a 99 overall.
Walter Jones. Yeah, I'm gonna need
Walter Jones is a 99 for sure.
Like, I'm pretty sure. Shit, you could even almost say.
I feel like
Jackson for the Eagles.
Who was the Joe Thomas was a 99?
Yeah, for sure. He had to be a 99, Joe Thomas.
I think Jake Long pre-injuries could have been a 97.
97.
Yeah, 97.
Sure. He said he held, but he was still a damn good lineman. I just don't like. I get in this era, he's the first 99 overall, but he's been around forever. Well, he fucking beat cancer.
I mean, even just looking at the Madden rosters now, it's like
he's a 98. It's
like, how do you say, like, when you look at the different tackles, like, how do you say? You say
Tyrone Smith is in the 99. He has no weaknesses other than injury. David Bakhtiari is close.
Like,
Teron Armstead should definitely be a 99, just the sheer fact that he ran a 4.7 140 and has been an all-pro.
I don't think Taylor Lewan and Colton Miller are B- players. I think they could be easily in the middle of the Bs.
I think Taylor Lewan is a 92.
You know, I don't even think
you can't be the best offensive lineman on your team or Pro Bowl left tackle, and you're not in the 90s, and you're blocking for Derrick Henry.
So then,
clearly, you have to be a great
falls in there.
You have to be a great
equation for you too.
He's a great run blocking tackle. Bakhtiari should be a
Cole
99.
Miller should at least be an 88, 87.
Cole Miller's an 86.
Yeah, fine. I'll give you
84.
that. Nah, he's not an 84,
Yeah, 84.
bro.
What has he done elite?
Okay, he's at least an 86.
His run blocking is okay. Fine, he's between 84 and 86.
Well, Brian Bulaga is an 86 right now.
Brian Bulaga is like an 82 at this point.
Exactly. So that's why it's like, as I said
Penei
earlier,
Sewell should be higher.
as I said earlier, I think just across the board, Madden doesn't value front seven play. Like that's just really where it's going. Like they don't value what
This new version
linemen
of
do.
Madden.
They don't value what D tackles do. Like
You don't value edge rushers, honestly.
they don't value edge rushers. They don't value run stuffing linebackers.
Middle
Like,
linebackers,
I mean, the fact that Darius Leonard is
88.
not a 99 is blasphemous to me.
He's not even in the 90s, bro.
That's blasphemous.
Devin White's like 84.
Patrick Queen is disrespected. 76. He should write letters and protest.
How is Devin Bush have a higher Madden rating than him? I think Kenneth Murray has a higher Madden rating too. Patrick Queen was actually a Pro Bowl linebacker.
Yeah, so there's
Devin Bush
there's
is
a lot
not.
of inconsistencies.
And again, the speed ratings are off too. Because Quez Watkins does not have 98 speed. That don't make no fucking sense.
All right, man. So let's wrap it up. Get to the rants, and then hopefully we can fucking get our teams against each other finally.
Because my overall's still higher. My scheme filthy, bro. I don't even see blitzing more than 4 means your front seven ain't good enough.
If only I had
could
two
rush
elite
too.
pass rushers.
I mean, I drafted him like first overall damn near. I think I drafted Aaron Donald first. Or it might have been Trey Williams. I don't remember.
No, I think
That was
you took
Kelsey.
I think you took Aaron Donald 1 and Kelsey 2, and then like Trent Williams 3.
Yeah. Brady was there for a
Which
minute.
the fact that you got 399s is fucking ridiculous in itself.
Because I'm a fucking champion, bro. Those first 5 picks you got to draft for overall cornerstones. I probably should have took Kittle over Kelsey, but because Kelsey definitely not getting 1,000 yards this year,
Why you say that?
bro. Because Tyreek ain't there. That is going to be an offense without a true deep threat.
Really?
Who's a deep threat on the Chiefs?
Hartman?
Hardeman. He hasn't developed as a receiver, as a number 2. He's just a fast dude who you can get 5 sweeps and stuff. He's still like a gadget fringe player. He ain't getting you 800 yard
Kind of
receivers.
disrespectful, but
I
I
mean,
mean, you're not totally
unless he
wrong,
has a
but it's
career
kinda
year.
disrespectful.
His drops have been a problem.
Everyone was waiting for him to have that career year last year.
And think about it. If
never really
Tyreek Hill's on
happened.
the other side of the field and Travis Kelce's in the middle of the field, why the fuck can't you catch the ball? Why are you not getting open consistently? And yeah, they got Marquez Valdez-Scantling, but he's a one-trick pony.
He's a
He just
deep threat, though.
He just runs deep routes, yeah, but if you can't get off the line, then it's useless. And as Chris Steele said at his pro day,
Your boy
USC,
Juju can eat
he
up the
said,
junk.
Nah, he's the slot guy.
That's what I'm saying. He
he's
can eat up
underneath
the
him.
junk.
But as Juju's been hurt, but as Chris Steele,
That's a good trash 3 receivers.
I just say
Plus Josh
trash
Gordon.
and Sky Moore, but I'm saying none of them runs a 4.2 fucking 5, and is as physical as
What
Tyreek
I'm saying
Hill was.
is that's about as good of a group as you can have without having a good group.
Yeah, but
Like
who's
that's a
getting
solid
double?
C plus?
Who's
group.
getting doubled or triple?
Like everyone
first?
kind of has a role. Everyone has things that they do well. It's really just a matter of,
I'll single coverage all those dudes just to get Travis Kelce.
and
out
you
of the way.
probably could get away with it. But the differentiator is, and what they're banking on is Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, but
It's
and they
like,
got
yeah,
Ronald Jones.
Mahomes has the arm, the legs, the awareness to find that whoever is open, if you go man on those 5 guys.
Yeah, but you can't replace
I'm not saying that it's going to
the
work.
threat.
I'm just saying that's their
Tyreek
theory.
Hill's the closest thing
That's
to
their
Randy
test.
Moss as far as deep threat. As far as vertical threat,
Is he though?
Deshaun Jackson. He goes, It goes Tyreek Hill, Deshaun Jackson, Randy Moss.
But yeah, because Tyreek Hill, though, he's not beating people like Moss.
Yeah, but he uses his speed
he's getting released
to fuck
and
your
he's-
defense up.
and
Look
he's
what he did
just
against the
fucking
Bills.
dusting people.
Yeah, he catches it and he's gone.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like he really looks like a running back.
Like,
out
as
there
far as maybe
playing
like
receiver.
a game changer, yeah, you're probably right.
That's what I'm saying. His speed will negate any coverage you run.
All right, man. So let's get to the rants.
You want me to go first?
Go ahead.
I bet. So it's been a pretty good week for me. Got over my sinus infection. It's just, man, working in the kitchen. All it takes is one person to get sick, and everybody else to get fucked up, and it can happen at any random time. That's why I'm like always drinking elderberry syrup and shit. Thankfully, nobody else in my family got sick. None of my friends got sick. So yeah, I went back in the gym after missing like 4 days. And you know, like when you're lifting and your body's like you're lifting and you're like, I could do more than this. Like I could definitely do more than this, and I probably should. So the weight feels like, eh. I kind of had that moment where I'm like, you know what, I need to do more. I can do more. So I'm going to do more. So I did more. I was normally doing just like 2 plates, sets of 8 for a couple weeks. This week, I started doing 275, which is 2 plates and a 25 on each side. Again, no weight clamps. Really fucking annoying, by the way. Just knowing I don't have weight clamps, like, annoys me.
Puts you in a bad headspace.
It's like
It's bad for your mental health.
It's like I need things to be balanced when I'm lifting. Like I want balance. I want the bench to be balanced, but sometimes whoever fucking architects some of these gyms, they realize, hey, maybe this, you know what? Maybe this fucking thing that I have probably should be level. That's all I'm saying. Maybe the thing I'm doing should be level. Sometimes it's not level. But yeah, so started bench pressing 275, 3 sets of 3, and then that last set I do an extra 1, make it 10, because that extra 1 is for Pete. Fuck you, Pete. He said I couldn't bench 2 plates. Been over here benching 275 every day for like 4 days. But it's not a competition with Pete. It's more like an internal competition with myself, because the most I ever hit was like 335, I think, when I was at CSUN. So I'm like, you know what? I can get back to this. I can ultimately, like, even in high school, I was like, you know what? I just want to bench press 515 pounds, and then I'm gonna just stop trying to bench more weight after that. I'm gonna get to 5 plates, and then I'm gonna just maintain after that. Because it's like, once you bench 500 pounds, what the fuck else do you need to be lifting? Like, yeah, I could go more. I could pull a Larry Allen and try to bench 1,000 pounds. Which, shit, one day I might. You never know. But I don't want to be too big. Like, you don't want to be too fucking yoked.
That's a lot of weight to hit your chest, bro. That's like a small car.
Yeah, like 500 is cool.
You bouncing a smart car off your chest, bro.
Yeah, like
casually.
Casually.
That's wild.
And it's like, so if I can hit 5 plates and then just be done, and just like, okay, I'm going to just maximize doing sets of 15 or sets of 10 and get my muscle endurance up. You lift heavy weight. For those of you know, you lift heavy weight to get bigger, stronger. You lift lightweight at a higher rep to get definition and tone. So when you see motherfuckers, unless they're on roids, because big motherfuckers with all those veins and shit, yeah, bro, some of them cats are on some shit. That's not natural. You don't just, especially if you see they were 125 pounds in high school and now they're fucking 280, walking around looking like a goddamn transformer. Like, no, bro,
that's not God's work.
That's not God's work. That's not natural. You had a lot of creatine, which is soy in some aspects, depending on which one you get. Trade for Kyle Pitts, you motherfucker. You're gonna trade for no fan? You a hoe. You a ho.
He not elite.
You already got a 99 receiver, but you a ho. It's okay. It's cool. But you're gonna trade two tight ends. You better trade two tight ends. You're gonna trade two tight ends and probably a backup lineman. And you, by the way, I just want to point out you picked up way more free agents than I did. I already had cats. I drafted cats and then just traded them off to get younger and get under the cap.
That's your fault. You could have did the same thing.
No, actually, I look, you might draft another guard and then trade my center. You really thought Star Tuatelli was going to be enough?
No, I didn't.
Or you might have to give up Pierre Paul.
Fuck no.
I mean, you could just move you could move Beasley and Alden Smith to defensive end.
And then trade them? That's kind of cheating, but
no, you could just keep them and trade Pierre Paul. That's just me. I'm just saying. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying. You know, I'm just saying. I'm not saying, but I am saying that I'm saying that I'm not saying that I'm saying it. But I'm saying it. I'm not saying it. I didn't say it directly, but you know, it's out there. But yeah, so happy. Oh yeah, some weird ass dude in the gym last night. Just he was just kind of unsettling. Like he did some shit that made me like pause and go, I should probably go talk to the person at the front desk about this dude. So I'm coming back from lifting to go do 30 minutes of cardio, and then I was going to hop in the pool, hop in the shower, and get the fuck out of there. This dude had moved the bench to where it was like blocking all the other lockers. So you had to move the bench in the locker room to get to the lockers, and my shit's already there. I was here before this dude. So I'm like, okay. My red flags are up. I'm like, and then this dude was kind of shifty. He was like kind of like just aggressively passive aggressive. So I made a point not to look him in the eye because he was kind of off. His energy was off. And like I was real close to him, and something told me like, hey, you might have to, like, if you had to kill a motherfucker, this might be the person you might have to do it to, because this dude is looking at you in a way that is kind of disrespectful. And fam, you out here getting elite left tackles, and you didn't have an elite left tackle.
I didn't get elite left tackle.
Nigga, you're looking at Ronnie Stanley right now.
No, I'm not.
Bro, it says Ronnie Stanley right fucking there.
I'm not looking at him.
I'm about to say, because I didn't get any elite offensive linemen. I got a dude who's at par, and I had to give up a lot.
You got Trent Brown, bro. That's borderline.
I gave up a 90
That's
to get.
elite in theory.
I gave up a 90 in theory. Nigga, he's a guard. I made him a guard. Because that's the real value. Because, yeah. But again, I gave up 90 Calais Campbell. Gave up 90 Calais Campbell. I'm still a little bit hurt behind that, too. Man, whatever. Anyway. Yeah, so this dude was kind of acting weird, passive-aggressive, Asian dude, long hair. And, you know, like, there's certain people who have a funk at the gym, but you don't really smell somebody smells like shit at the gym. It's a locker room. People sweating, they're working hard. You don't really smell funk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Like, you know when a homeless person smells like a homeless person. Like, this motherfucker smells like he has not bathed in 37 days.
So according to you, that's what I smell like.
Nah, you just... I don't want to have to, like, air you out about your fucking bathing habits, because you bathe like a privileged white girl who just called the police on a black dude who's actually her next door neighbor, but she didn't know that was her next door neighbor. So, yeah. Kind of bathed like the white girl from Get Out, eating cereal with no milk and shit, and then drinking the milk in a bowl. But anyway.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. So, you know, maybe you should learn how to properly wipe. I don't know. Do what you got to do. Whatever.
What?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Properly wipe, sir.
I don't know.
That's disrespectful.
That's a blanket statement. It can mean anything,
bro.
It can mean anything.
That's disrespectful.
It can mean, like, do you wash your face in the shower?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Or I not wash my
Some people
face?
don't wash their face in the shower.
That's weird to me. What's the point?
Like, how do you get in the shower, wash everything else, and then don't wash your face?
Well, I'm good. My face is good.
You put no soap on your face? So you just walking around, you got dead skin on your face right now. You just didn't think to wash your face off?
Didn't exfoliate?
You didn't exfoliate at the go to Lush, man. Get a fucking face mask. Do something. Gotta wash your face out here. But yeah, so dude's acting weird. Now, mind you, he's like, "Are you cool, bro?" I have my headphones in, and I'm like, "Bro, don't ask me if I'm cool, bro." That makes me want to get violent and hurt you.
Makes me want
asking
to not
that.
be cool, sir.
That makes me want to fuck your whole family up, and I'm gonna enjoy it too. Because now you're putting me in a place where I gotta get evil. If I gotta get evil, I'm gonna enjoy getting evil on your ass. I don't second guess my evil if I gotta go there with a motherfucker. Like, we're going there. We're here now. You brought me here, and we're gonna dance because you danced with the one that brought you. So, wow. Bro was like, just kept saying shit, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay, but I'm not looking him in the eye. Because my mother taught me, you don't look somebody who's mentally off in the eye. It fucks with their view of things. And if you look them in the eye, they take that as like a hostile threat. It's a lot of shit going on. But yeah, so I look him in the eye, but I'm looking at him like to see if he got a knife on him. I look in his locker. It's just a backpack, and I'm like, hey, you ain't got much shit on you. And you smell awful. You smell fucking awful. I don't see a towel. And he was like just standing there looking at me, like waiting for me to move my shit. And he's like, oh, well, if you needed to get in the locker, you could have just asked me. You could have just said something. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I said, excuse me. And then you were standing against the wall. You weren't even in your fucking locker. Your locker was just open all in my space. You were right next to me, and I got here before you by at least 2 hours. So calm the fuck down. So I just moved his locker a little bit. As I said, excuse me, then moved his locker so I could open my locker. I couldn't even open my locker because his shit was all the way over. So I throw my gloves in there because I'm about to go, do some cardio and then call this shit a night. And then he says a little passive aggressive thing, but he says it like real sporadic. Like he was annoyed and mad at me, and I'm just like, I'm looking at him like, okay, something's wrong with this dude. Like, you don't ask somebody who you don't know, hey, you cool, bro? Because when I was walking in the locker room, it sounded like somebody was punching the locker violently. Like I heard loud banging coming from where I was, and then, Pete, you see how how this shit is sitting right here?
Yeah.
You see the setup? Mm-hmm. That's how he had the bench. So again, I noticed a lot of nonverbal shit was going on, and then he started talking, and then he started getting real passive aggressive. So I go do my cardio, and he's standing there with like just his shorts on, like he's waiting for me to leave so he can get undressed. I'm like, okay, that's weird. So I go, like the whole time I'm on the elliptical doing my little 40 minutes, and I'm like, if I come back and my shit is missing, I'm going to beat that dude within an inch of his fucking life. And then my second thing was, no, Kenneth, think about everything that you saw. The first clue was how he had the benches. The second clue is that he smelled like shit from really far away. The third clue, you heard loud banging in the distance, which means like he probably was punching lockers when nobody was around. Fourth, the interaction that he had, that he was real hostile for no reason. He was passive aggressive for no real reason whatsoever. Like it wasn't even that serious. You said excuse me, you were polite. You were just trying to put your stuff in the locker. And he's like, you need to get anything else? And I'm like, do I need to get anything else? So he just keeps trying to like antagonize me. So I'm like, I'm on the elliptical thinking, okay, I hope this dude isn't like some type of fucking shooter or he about to stab somebody. Should I say something to the person at the front desk? Or is this just a one-off? Is this my own anxiety? When somebody confronts me like that, am I bugging the fuck out? Am I tripping? So I was like, nah, I don't think I'm really tripping. My mom taught me to trust my instincts. Like, people in my life taught me to trust my instincts, and I don't trust this motherfucker. Like, he's off. Something's off about this whole interaction, and it ain't cool at all. So I come back. He's standing in the exact same fucking spot. I was gone 40 minutes. He's standing in the exact same fucking spot, bro. Same weird look in his face. And then he did a little twitch with his neck as I was taking. I just went and grabbed my backpack and took all my shit out the locker, pretending like I was going to leave. And then I turned the corner and went down like 4 more lockers on the other side of the locker room, put my shit in there, and I'm like, should I just go get in the pool? I'm like, nah, because he's going to see me again. Then he's going to fucking get weirded out. And I don't want this motherfucker to know where I'm putting my shit. I should probably just leave. I can go fucking get cleaned up at home. Fuck the pool today. This dude's energy, I don't want to be in the room with this dude anymore. Because something going to happen. And I'm my father's son. Like, I know, like, my dad was a Navy SEAL. He's tactical as fuck. And if he has to put a motherfucker down, he's not going to apologize or ask for forgiveness. And I'm the same way. And I also have my grandfather's rage. So I know I might take this shit too far. And this dude might... I was bigger than him by a lot. But he was like some small, little, buff, tiny motherfucker, but had a weird twitch. His eye was kind of off. I'm like, yo, I'm going to leave. I don't trust what I might have to do to this person if he fucking snaps out on me. And then I know, like, damn, he got mental problems. I don't want that on my conscience. So I'm like, let me just go to the front desk and be like, hey, told dude, like, hey, bro, this dude wilding out in the locker room, being real weird, being real passive aggressive. You know, he said this, and this. And then when I come back, I was gone for 40 minutes, bruh, in the same spot with wet clothes. So I don't know if he took a shower or not, but he's like in the same spot. He could have took my body wash for all I know. Like, he was in the same fucking spot with a couple clothes in his hands, and my lift was there, and I left. So I don't know how the situation turned out. But, like, I felt better knowing that I told the dude at the front desk, because you hear situations about some weird motherfucker late at night comes into a gym. I don't want no chick to get raped. Like, I don't want no dude to get stabbed up. I don't want nobody to get hurt. And I don't want it on my conscience knowing that, yeah, I saw the signs. Because not everybody else sees the signs, but I saw the signs and I chose not to say anything. You know what I mean? Yeah. I would be like, shit, I'm kind of a shitty person for that. And I preach, like, don't be a coward. So I felt like I had to say something. But I was like, damn, I kind of profiled this dude. If I'm wrong, then I totally Karen'd or profiled him.
Yeah, you kind of did profile him,
but it was based off the interaction. It wasn't based off... I didn't think none of them when I walked up before he said something. I was just doing my thing, throwing my gloves in the locker. And then when he threw attitude, and then we started being erratic and talking on both sides of his mouth, it's like, okay, are you mad? Are you frustrated? Like, what's your deal? But I didn't ask him that because I know, like, I wanted to keep the words as brief as possible because he was trying to agitate the situation. And I was like, all right, bro, whatever. So, yeah, I left. And it's just, yeah, that situation didn't really sit right with me. That was my tangent pretty much. But, yeah, man, like, just pay attention to people when you're outside and in public places. Like, sometimes you, like, really don't emotionally react to situations first. You got to, like, really inspect the situation. Like, I had to notice all the nonverbal cues first because that's just how I was raised and how I was trained. Like, why is this person have a whole bench blocking off a bunch of lockers that aren't his? He's in the corner where, like, the bench is kind of protecting him from other people. You got to move the bench around just to get to your shit, and you've been there longer. So, yeah, just please, y'all, everybody out there, be safe.
Be aware of your surroundings.
Be aware of your surroundings and pay attention to when, if your intuition ain't right about a person, it don't feel right, it's okay to get the fuck out of there. But just make sure you tell the authorities there's somebody involved in charge, like, hey, this is a situation going on in the back. It made me feel uneasy. Here's my experience. Don't be a fucking Karen or do what most white people do and some like other groups of people. Hey, yo, there's a person who's a threat in the back. And it's like, no, it was a dude minding his own business, and he like had a blank look on his face. So you looked at him, and he looked back at you with the deadpan face, and you think that he's gonna fucking rob you or something. Like, no, that's your own racial insecurities. But like people's state of mind, because in Torrance they have a really bad homeless problem in terms of like homeless people attacking motherfuckers. It's happened like a bunch of times in the past couple months. There's like I'm in a community group on Facebook. I don't know why I'm even in the group, but they have like a bunch of shit where they talk about the homeless problem in Torrance, and these people are assholes. I'm almost rooting for the homeless people sometimes because they say foul shit, bro. Like, Hawthorne City, good neighbors, yeah, people leave each other alone. Torrance, they fucking hate homeless people. And then they overblow situations where a homeless person might have snapped. But yeah, in this particular case, I was like, yeah, something's fucking off. I don't trust this shit. But anyway, that's just it for me. Y'all stay blessed. Whatever you got to do to work out or feel better, do it. Shit's crazy this summer. Shout out to my nephew. He likes throwing all the shit around on my bed and destroying it. Pretty soon me and him going to have to go head up because I know we know how to walk. He just playing. That's what happens when you got a Gemini for a nephew. But yeah, peace and love to all y'all.
All right, man. So I'll get to my point, but before that, I'm giving you last call for trades before we play.
Hell yeah. I got a piss too.
All right. Been a crazy fucking week for me. Finally signed out of my job officially. Woo! It was a mixed fucking emotions for sure because the entire job process puts you in a weird situation to where it's like you look back at your past work experiences and the one that you're in and you think about all the ways you've grown, all the successes, the wins, the things you've liked, the things that have worked to your strengths, the things that have built on your weaknesses. And it just kind of like changes your perspective from, actually just being heads down in it. And so when it is time to finally leave and make that decision and take that chance and make that leap, it just makes it harder. And like, well, my time here at the company that I was at for the last 8 months was a lot. I also learned a lot. I grew a lot, like both in soft skills ways in terms of leading and managing and delegating and setting boundaries and working remote, and also in more tactical and tangible ways as far as like teaching people and delegating different tasks related to media relations. And so ultimately I joined the place that I'm at because I wanted to validate that I belonged in PR, and I did that. So now as I move on to my next role, I'm looking even more forward to it. Going to get some more opportunities to flex different skills and continue to build on the things that I did in my last two and three experiences, really. So I'm really excited about that, but it's just been a wild ride. Like I was literally staffing interviews today. I was literally passing off threads and emails and that's why I'm not trying to be sad about it, because I know I gave it my hardest from day one to literally the last moment I signed in. And hopefully my absence creates a lot of opportunity for the younger people behind me. And most of all, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, just in a slightly different way for a slightly different employer. But outside of that, man, just trying to stay positive and focused, but it's hard. Especially like just being at this age. It's a weird time transitioning from your 20s to your 30s. Like I remember talking about how awkward your kind of like mid 20s are, but it's like, well, like early 30s are kind of like a similar weird time, and that might also just kind of be backfilled due to us missing a bunch of stuff due to COVID. Nonetheless, though, I'm excited to whoop Kenny's ass in Madden as soon as he makes these non-sequential trades. But yeah, that's about it. Have a good week. Stay safe. Touchdowns and tangents. Thursday night spot for NFL takes, topical tangents, and commentary for the culture. I'm PD Camarillo, and he is Kenneth Frank James Berry.
Salute.
Catch us on X Squad Affiliates, FBC Radio, your favorite podcast app, touchdownsandtangents.com.
X Squad Affiliates.
X Squad Affiliates, my bad. Peace. Wow, I get the last word.